Okay, guys, good morning. I wanted to do a quick screencast for those of you that weren't able to attend the Zoom meeting yesterday so that we could go over some samples of growing degree unit calculations. The Grown in the Sun assignment this week is a major assignment that you are calculating growing degree units. This is not challenging, but you have to understand a few things to be able to do it properly. And besides this screencast, I want you to know that I did also include the answer key because I wanted to make sure you could check your work and you had plenty of resources available to you. So hopefully you listened to the notes and the screencast on why growing degree units are important and what we use them for. But just to recap some of the things that we need to calculate them, well, they're important because it helps us determine when we can harvest crops and when we should plant crops and how long that's going to take. Now, I've cut this assignment down a little bit from if I were to give it in class, so we're only going to the bloom stage of the cucumbers, and you are comparing two different climate zones, and that's the goal of this, is to estimate harvest dates in two different locations, and in this case, bloom dates in two different locations. So the different things that we need are the daily minimum temperature, the low temperature of the day, and the daily maximum temperature of the day, because we're finding the average. We need to find the average of the day. That's what's going to trigger a plant to grow and put on flowers and eventually put on fruit. And we have to complete that, also including a base temperature. And that's calculated differently for each vegetable or plant that you are trying to do the growing degree units for, but the base temperature is something that is like the minimum for them to be able to grow. And pay attention to the special instructions that are highlighted in the document about the minimum and maximum temperatures for the cucumbers, because there might be a couple that are tricky because of that. So to find the daily growing degree units that are gained each day to help that cucumber produce flowers, produce fruit, we have to use this formula here. So we're getting the average temperature, and then we're subtracting the base temperature, and that's how many units that it gains. So to get the average, we take the minimum temperature of the day, and we add the maximum temperature of the day, and then we divide it by 2, and that would get us our average. That's pretty simple. We subtract the base temperature from that, which again in this case is 50, and that's how we get our answer. So we're gonna do the formula here for each of these four. And I meant to actually delete out the daily growing degree units so that we could type those in, but we'll check our work and make sure that it is working okay in this sample problem here. So in this first one, 72 plus 46 divided by 2. Get my handy dandy calculator up here. 72 plus 46 is 118 divided by 2 is 59 minus 50 equals 9. And we'll put this in parentheses here, maybe a double parentheses. Oh boy, it's hard to do math calculations on a laptop. Minus 50. And we're going to plug in that formula for the others here. So we have it waiting for us. So next one is 76 plus 48. So it was a little warmer that day. Get my calculator up again. 76 plus 48 is 124. Divided by 2 is 62. Minus 50 is 12. We get 12. Got that one correct. All right. Next one here is 82 minus 50. Ooh, heat wave. It was warm that day. You know it. 82 plus 50 is 132 divided by 2. Average temperature that day was 66 minus 50 is 16. Got that one right. All right. And it got a little colder. Like today, this weekend versus today. This weekend was warm. Today's cold. Where's spring? 66 plus 42 is 108 divided by 2 is 54 minus 50. And the growing degree units are 4. Now, make sure you pay attention on your columns on your document there. Let's bring it up for a minute. Quarantine version. Okay. So you've got your minimums, you got your maximums. Pay attention to, like I said, the highlighted things up here. Tells you the base temperature, tells you what to put in if it's not 50 or the maximum exceeds 90. And I don't know if that happens during the time that you are doing it here. It looks like the minimum part does, but not the maximum part. But anyway, so that daily growing degree units, daily GDU, goes in this column here for Texas and this column here for Indiana. The ACC GDU, that is accumulated. So in the examples that you're seeing here, it says 15 plus 15 is 30 plus 15 is 45. So that's the accumulated column, and that's the column you're worried about because you want to know the accumulated growing degree units. How long does it take for these cucumbers to develop the units to bloom in Texas versus Indiana? And we have a value there of, how many do we need? I told you up here, 550. And so that's what you're looking for. All right. So if you have questions or problems about this, please let me know. I'm happy to help you. But hopefully this screencast will help walk you through that process. All right, guys, have a great day. Thank you.